Well, hello there. It's a New Year's miracle. Welcome to Motorsport Manager 1989. As you can tell, this isn't my real birthday, by the way, but I am 3, and we've set up our manager, and we are going to go ahead and dive right in. We'll be choosing a team, as agreed, and I know it's been a while since we did the, the concept episode. But the general consensus was you didn't want me down in F3000 or in the pre-qualifying tier, so we will be going straight into the world of F1. And the team that, from comments, talking to a few people on Twitter, the team that you seem to want me to play as is March, or Leighton House March as they were at this time. Now, what's very interesting is that it's actually a reasonably well-funded team. We do have one of the stronger sponsor portfolios. Everything else is garbage. It doesn't really matter anyway because McLaren are going to be pretty much untouchable. Now, initially my plan was to play as either Minardi, Arrows, Tyrrell or Lotus. However, I think playing particularly as Lotus would probably have been too easy. I think March represents a nice middle ground option. We only start with £250,000 more than Minardi, so we are very much down in the doldrums. However, what are our suppliers? Judd Engines, of course, fuel supplier is BP, Goodyear tyres, and whatever brakes they are. Wow, we're paying a lot for some of these. Nevertheless, this is a full total conversion mod. Everything is authentic and very, very cool. I would highly recommend anyone to download it. Without further ado, let's dive in and see what's going on. Now, obviously, we have some advantages, being the silver foil jumpsuit wearing, pill meal munching spacemen of the future times, in that we kind of know who the hot prospects are for the future. So definitely early on my list is scouting new drivers. The possibility of a pay driver is definitely on my radar. I'm historically not particularly good at this game, so we're going to be learning together. I have played quite a few seasons with different mods and so on. I've played all the mobile games, but I've never really taken to it the way I've taken to Grand Prix World. However, that doesn't mean we can't have a bit of fun, and you can always laugh at my ineptitude. Who were our drivers in 89? I think that would be... is it Capelli and Gugelmin? I forget how you pronounce it. I was 3, you've got to let me off. I do love the minty blue and green combo. It makes it look like we're advertising soft mints from the 90s. Come on, save screen. Don't toy with me. There we go. Yeah, Ivan Capelli and Maurizio Gugelmin are our boys. Capelli's actually reasonably competent. I don't have much stock in the Gugelmin situation. However, how are we looking in terms of the key stats? So we have the worst pit crew, right in the middle in terms of sponsors, worst staff, worst headquarters nearly, like 8th out of 10, 8th on the driver score, and the second worst car. Not exactly a shock, is it? Oh look, it's Jean-Marie Balestre, you dirty corrupt Frenchman, you. So this is an interesting mechanic, which I don't think is in other versions of the game. It's only in the modded version. You can strip weight off your car, however doing that damages the reliability of each component, so you've kind of got to find your balance in that sense. I probably won't do that too much, to be honest, because reliability is a bit of a thorn in my side in these games. Akira Akagi, the head of Leighton House, wants to know how well we're going to do. Do not hold your breath, mate. I'm going to say 9th, because 7th is just not going to happen. A young Adrian Newey, complete with optional hair, is our driver. Some of his, I think 89 actually was, if I remember correctly, one of his first truly innovative cars. That raised a few eyebrows up and down the pit lane, so this car shouldn't actually be too bad. He recommends we work on our engine, lagging behind the competition. That's super expensive, Adrian. Don't think that's going to happen. Even Capelli is a fairly decent driver. Yes, he is. Maurizio Gugelmin. Yeah, nope. They're predicted to end the season 18th and 19th. I'm hoping for a little bit more than that. Yeah, whatever. Don't care what you guys have to say. And we don't care about the pit crew situation really, but let's take a quick look and make sure everyone's in a reasonable place. Okay, first of all, let's swap you and you around. They're all reasonable, you're reasonable, you're reasonable. Okay, hiring pit crew is actually quite expensive. It really is. Yeah, 200 grand to hire a mechanic. No, not a good option right now. We'll wait until some of them are burned out. Basically, we'll bleed them for all they're worth. Seems Tim Holloway has become a rather down and funky, upbeat black man because they don't have a picture for him. But Andy Brown, with his, look at his bouffant hair there being pinned down relentlessly by his 80s headphones. God, I love this. I love this so much. Let's take a look at the drivers, see what the situation is. Okay, Capelli's costing us 468,000 per race, 421,000 for Maurizio Gugelmin, and we have Bruno Giacomelli as our reserve driver, a sprightly and young 37-year-old. You'll notice that's a common theme at this era of Formula One, that actually drivers did not get into the sport as young as they do today, and they tended to stick around until they were nearly 50. So you'll see people in here like Mario Andretti, who's already agent by this point. They're equal status drivers. That sucks, although Gugelmin's only got 10 months to run on his contract, so we might just have to suck it up, given it costs us more money than we have in the bank to fire him. He is nearly a 4-star driver though, so it could be worse. He's definitely F1 quality. I think our best bet then is to invest in the car, probably not the factory at this point, and we can see what we can extract from it with these two drivers who are still fairly young by the standards of the time. In terms of scouting, we know who to look for. Alan McNish is a reasonable option, I think. I don't think he got a fair crack in Formula 1 really. Ayrton Senna, that boy will never amount to anything. Damon Hill, David Brabham. Eddie Cheever's still going at this point. Emerson Fittipaldi at 49. I wonder if he'd drive for us. Franco Ferrini, Eric Comas. Actually, Eric Bernard and Eric Comas. Is it Comas who did reasonably well at Ligier? Gianni Morbidelli, Giovanni Lavaggi. Oh, if you're watching this, Simon, you're gonna love this mod. You really are. Jean Denis Delatraz. It's your boy. John Watson, 42. Doylan Palmer's dad. Who else we got? Yeah, Mario Andretti, 50. You never know, maybe he wants to come back. Nicola Larini is a good option. Patrick Tambay. Perry McCarthy, the original Stig. Piercarlo Ginsani. Pierluigi Martini. Back when you had proper Italian drivers. Ricard Rydell. Yeah. Let's give him a scout. Satoru Nakajima, Scott Goodyear, Tio Fabi, Toshio Suzuki. I think Aguri Suzuki of Super Aguri fame is up here, yeah. Andrea Montemini, Anthony Reid. We'll just queue them up. It doesn't hurt to sort of scout them out, see who's a reasonable option. Bertrand Gachot, before he got put into prison for macing a taxi driver. That rapscallion. I mean, we've all been there. Oh, Eddie Irvine. Hello. You know, we've all been there. I've lost count of the number of times that I've been out for a drink with friends, just a few quiet drinks, and you get into a cab and all of a sudden you're just consumed by hate and rage, and then before you know it, you've whipped out the mace and your taxi driver's unconscious. It's happened to all of us. Right, we've got quite a long and varied list there of scouting options, but it's good to give them something to do, no? Let's take a look. Let's improve some parts, that's first of all a good option. Reliability is there. What's important for this track? Top speed, medium speed corners, high speed corners. Okay, we've got Adrian Newey, let's put him to work. I do not want to spend 1.5 million on my engine. I just don't. I'm going to suggest here that suspension, being the middling option in price, is probably going to be the most useful. I don't really want a risky component there. Let's try for a new wing then. I don't like how that reliability figure's looking at me, but let's go for it. We can maybe get 2 wings out. Right. Money is going to be tight, isn't it? It just is. It just is. In terms of improving parts, where are we weakest? Gearbox reliability is not great. Brake reliability is also not great. I would, however, suggest we go after performance. Yeah, let's improve our engines as best we can. I mean, 2 days before the race it should be finished. It's not going to be stellar, whatever happens, but that's all we can do. The fans are reacting to my appointment, hopefully ecstatically. I mean, I don't ask for much, but the gold revolving statue is definitely a nice touch. Yeah, I'm just killing our budget, basically. Right, Ivan Capelli, you are getting the new rear wing, my boy. It's not even that huge leap, is it? Yeah, we're close. Don't know why our 2 engines at the start of the season are so far apart in terms of performance, but whatevs. Oh, it's Murray Walker and James Hunt. Look at your little face, Murray Walker. And Daryl Eastlake from Channel 9. Those of you outside Australia, and I'm not in Australia, probably won't know Daryl Eastlake, but he's actually one of my favourite F1 personalities. And actually on YouTube, if you go and watch some retro races, some of them are skimmed from Channel 9, and Daryl Eastlake is a proper mad lad. Yep, no one cares. Logan Richards is retiring at the end of the season. Again, nobody really cares. Fans are reacting, going to give me the benefit of doubt. It's fair enough. And we've finished building a new rear wing. We're actually profitable for each Grand Prix, so do you know what? I am actually going to build another rear wing. I think we have to keep making progress. We just do. Design a new part. A new rear wing. That's kind of a compromised. It's not as big a step forward as possible, but it does keep the reliability up, so at least it should be able to make it through a Grand Prix. That'll be the last money we'll be spending for a while. Hope it turns out to be worth it. Let's jog time on a little bit. Interview request with Old School ITV with the 2000s logo for some reason. Congratulations on joining March. Are you willing to do an interview? For you, Jim Rosenthal, always. I'm expecting any points at all this season. I'm quietly confident that we'll manage a few decent finishes. Wow, Ivan Capelli does not want to be here. I'm lucky enough to have inherited 2 great drivers. I don't want to piss either of them off at this point, to be honest. The prediction seems fair, but we'll hope we're going to surprise you. I know the ins and outs of what a racing driver needs. Yes. Well, that went quite well. We've managed to boost everyone's huggy, happy feelings a little bit. I saw you there, Adrian Newey, whinging that we don't have a wind tunnel. If you want to pay for it, mate, you go for it. 43 lap race. It's a fairly good track for tyre wear, and our car is pretty excellent at that, so we should be able to make the tyres last. Okay, 35% chance of rain, that's interesting. Another retirement. Damon Hill will be a low quality driver. Oh, do you have a lot to learn? Financial management. Yeah. Fine. Scout Delatraz. Let's continue. The rear wing is finished. Right. Okay, we're in not too bad shape. We're in not too bad shape. So thank you for joining me for our pre-season. I'm sorry it's a short episode. Got quite a bit still to do. However, we will speak again very, very soon, where we're going to run practice and see where our cars actually slot in at this point in time, and qualifying and the race in Brazil. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.